Is it okay to speak in English or Hindi you like to speak?
जी मिक्स हो तो ज्यादा चलेगा.
I try my best. I'm very difficult to speak in Hindi these days, but I will try to involve little bit part of it in the process. Okay.
जी सर.
Just a second. Let me just adjust. Is my video is clear or no?
क्लियर बस चेहरे पे थोड़ी सी और लाइट हो जाएगी, that will be more appropriate. बाकी
Okay, let me just switch on the lights for a second. It's better?
जी better.
Okay, thank you, Shivam, again, and welcome every one of you for joining for this session. I would like to start with a very important note for every teacher that's upcoming. जो नए teachers है तैयार हो रहे हैं या जिन्होंने already course कर लिया है, the most important part for everyone is to build your own personality and build your own aura. And there is no better practice than the yoga or yogic lifestyle that can do it. आप लोग बाहर जाके काम करने के लिए, I'm sure you are ready and you want to work outside the country, but there is a really high challenge. I'll come to the business part in a few minutes. I think it's very important, Shivam, to discuss also how every teacher and student need to really build up their international personality before they approach for the business or to work abroad, right? Everyone is here somehow linked with one part, that is the yoga, that is uniting everyone together. And we are also uniting through this channel today. So 3 important thing that everyone who's sitting or watching or observing this video is to build your personality. That includes your self-practice. If you do self-practice, there's a constant learning that happens. अगर आप स्वयं का स्वाध्याय और अध्याय या प्रैक्टिस नहीं करोगे, आप आगे नहीं जा सकते हो. That's the first rule. Second, constant study and educating yourself is the second rule. And third, working on overall of your well-being, because end of the day, your goal is to reach abroad, or you want to teach yoga abroad, and to reach there, you must show yourself in a very energetic, very charismatic personality in a being. So your communication skill, your teaching skill, your talking skill is very important part of this subject. Now, the yoga industry, I will talk about the US first. In 2016, 2016 में जो थी वो 12 बिलियन की इंडस्ट्री थी खाली यूएसए में. आज की तारीख में वो 22 बिलियन की हो गई है. अगर ओवरऑल वर्ल्ड की हम देखें, it was in 2016 70s around 50 to 60 billion US dollar. Today is 75 billion US dollar. Only the yoga industry I'm talking about, no gymming part involved in that. So market is vast. Doesn't matter where you are. It's only how you can approach, how you can become a known and a good personality yoga teacher. So there is a real challenge in the market because there's a high competition is there. There's no doubt in that. And we talk about first, wherever you are based, I think most of you teachers are based in India. And if you're based in India, it's a totally different approach of teaching yoga versus in the Western part of the world, where the yoga has taken a little bit more of a modernization and modern tools that we apply in teaching techniques and the methods. So it's totally different approach. So if you want to go, अगर आपको बाहर जाना है इंडिया से काम करने, यूरोप में आना है, the first and the most basic requirement is your English communication has to be on a top level, because those people don't know the language you speak, right? So your communication skill need to be developed. As I said in another point, that your teaching skill need to be developed, and your experience all over whatever you have done it, you need to bring that together and create a sense of teaching yoga actually that can really affect those people's life. I'm from India, and I know India, there is no much value, and I feel sad saying about it, because ghar ki murgi dal barabar wali baat hai. But these people in the right, that means there is a big opportunity of you who's watching this video to really connect with a different part of the world or teach yoga outside India or abroad in any country, right? But the real challenge is how you reach to that level or to the goal or to reach to the different countries to become that successful entrepreneur or a yoga teacher. Shivam, are you there? Hello, can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Am I visible, audible?
जी आप visible हैं, audible भी हैं जी.
Okay, great. Yeah. So I'll talk about my little bit of a story and then I'll continue with that. So I study in India, same institute as Shivam has done it from DSVV. That was my actually second yoga institute. First, I had done my graduation in sports science and in yoga from Nagpur. Then I went to DSVV. Then I went to Pune. I was with Guruji B.K. Sainga for 2 years. And learning never ends. Till today, every single day, I learn. I taught yoga in Pune for 2 to 3 years. After that, I moved to Bombay. From Bombay, I moved to Dubai, and where I set up a lifestyle yoga. See, opening up a business in India versus abroad is a big difference. India में आप business खोल सकते हो without much challenges, but opening up outside, you will have multiple challenge to run the show, to run the business, or it's any business, not only yoga, any industry I'm talking about. A real challenges are how you approach yourself, how you connect with the people, because lots of networking required, lots of people that you're going to the place, you might have to know the people over there. So many challenges might arise in the process, but real one challenge, as I see and observe myself, is allowing people to love your yoga style. If that doesn't happen, you're not going to be successful. And if people need, as an example of Dubai, every person in Dubai have done yoga with multiple teachers. So they know yoga in and out. So first thing is there that you can't make them full. Okay. If you think you can teach anything, that's not going to work. Everyone is enough experience and everyone know enough yoga. Just an example of the way. So you have to be thorough yoga teacher with an amazing charisma, vibrancy, personality that can create really good impact on it. Opening up a business in Dubai, of course, it requires lots of finance. It required you to have a goal to do something in the society. And it required a great yogi team who can really teach good yoga and bring the essence of yoga into the people life. And this, the same rule apply. Doesn't matter you teach in Dubai, you teach in London, or you teach in Germany, or you teach in Austria, the rule is the same. Everywhere the same things apply. And when it comes to the business side of it, in the Europe, for Indians to actually come to Europe is the first challenge. There's only one way. Either you have a big investment, you do it to come to the Europe side. Either some companies hire you, but that visa process is not that easy for the yoga teacher. Because every country today have enough yoga teachers, so the government look into the background of it, that why do you need a yoga teacher when we have in our country 100,000 yoga teacher? Why you want to bring from the India? So the case closes there. So it's not so easy to get into the European country with the job profile of a yoga teacher. So that's very big challenge. If you have a big investment and you have a great and solid business plan, there is a chance that you can come abroad and do some work and set up your company over there. Siom, everything okay? Okay. If any question you have in between, please, you can put in the chat, or you can ask me on the way, right? Just a second. Okay, so I talk about the UK part. I came here almost 3.5 years ago. And before that, I was based in Dubai for almost 16 years. And from the time I came to Dubai, I am into the yoga business thoroughly. I have created a good name in the market. And there was only one reason, because of the blessing of our gurus. I will say that sure. plus the hard work and the dedication that you put towards anything, achieving anything, right? So it's very important for you to create a goal that what you actually want to do. Do you want to remain just a simple yoga teacher that teaching yoga to the normal people, or you want to really create your name in the market or in abroad at the same time, right? And if you create a goal and you follow the goal, then it's become easy for you to reach. Doesn't matter which part of the world. It can be Dubai, it can be London, it can be different part of the world, right? Set up a goal, work on yourself, constant study, constant practice, constant development of your teaching skills, and constant building up your overall personality and well-being will really help you to reach there. Then today, the best platform is the social media. There is no other platform, I will say, in this world that can connect you actually throughout the world and can make you popular. Doesn't matter where you are. If you're sitting in India, you can become really popular yoga teacher if you have a skill to create a good content. And when people are starting to follow you, practice with you, automatically your reach becomes worldwide. You're not only limited to the India crowd, the Indian community. People are watching you throughout the world, and you don't know, one day you might get a call from different country that please do come join us, and it can happen as a luck, right? And I know many teachers that has been called, has been connected the same way with the Western countries, and this is how you need to build up your connection at the same time. Just a second, there's a one question, sir. Whatever you are sharing with us, it is very useful for us because we can think our future according to. Thank you, Santosh. Yeah. So I'm talking about the experience, and experience is something that you cannot buy, right? You have to go through with it. So I'm talking about all my experience here. There is sure challenges in the market for the yoga teacher. In abroad, really high challenge for the Indian teacher, because one is you're doing a course versus becoming ready for the international standard is two different things. I have been studying in an Indian course and institute, where versus I have also studied abroad in different institute is two different things. So you need to think one thing, every one of you, that you have done some course, but are you really polished teacher, or a teacher that can provide an amazing quality of yoga to the Western part of the world? If not, what all you can add into your profile and how you can really improve to become good at that level? That's the question, right? So practicing from the senior teacher, as I say, constant learning should happen. Find a senior teacher where you can take online classes, you can go to the studios, keep building up your personality and learning skill and your teaching skill at the same time. And the more and more you practice, learn, teach, the more actually absorbing and getting, and more you can pass to the world. It's simple, right? So I'm sure some of you already have maybe a couple of years teaching experience. Some of you maybe just came out from the yoga course, or some of you are part of the yoga course in the current situation. It really doesn't matter. There's two things. One is your hard work, your passion, your dedication, and your goal. You should constantly work towards it. And there's no way anyone can stop you going abroad or making you popular, right? So as Shivam mentioned that he was visiting in our studio in Dubai, we really have three things that we maintain. Is the authentic approach of yoga, and where we combine with the modern yogic system, and that's what people liked it. Because if you see today, modern yoga has taken the role over the ancient or the authentic yoga side, where the authentic yoga practice was dying. So I never allowed that to happen, to lose it. So we create this sense of authentic plus the modern approach, and that's what people love in our studio. And that's why we are quite stable for last 16 years. At the same time, same thing happened in UK. People love listening to the philosophy. People love listening to the ancient approach of the yogic system that no other Western teacher can talk. So one best thing that we all have it as an Indian teacher, that we have a very solid background, the philosophical background. And if you work and polish that, trust me, no other Western teacher can speak about the philosophy, about the Sanskrit, about the sutras, the way Indian can speak. So we have something extra in our hand. And if we can polish that, and you can rock in the Western world really. When I say polish means keep constantly learning, mastering sutras, understanding them, and speaking about them. People are hungry to learn about the wisdom. People are hungry to become more healthier mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And the system, the science of yoga that can really, really give all the four elements to the four different side of us, right? Plus the philosophical side that most of the teacher do not talk because become more of a abhyasa or a physical based yoga practice, that something is lacking over there. So ध्यान में रखिए जब आप अपने को तैयार कर रहे हैं बाहर के लिए, the philosophy, the Indian real philosophy of the yoga, you should master, you should practice, you should learn, and you should start talking about it. That will bring lots of value in your teaching skill. So do that. Second, I will suggest you also don't depend on one or two theme of yoga. I see lots of practitioner students are stuck with one forms of yoga, constantly they're doing it. You have to understand, if you eat same sabji every day, what will happen to your body? You will get bored with it in a few days, right? If you do same physical format of yoga every day, your body will give limited benefit also. So starting to have a different approach, learn different formats of yoga. There's yin yoga, there's a power yoga, there's a hatha yoga, there's a vinyasa yoga, there is Raj yoga. All different form you should practice. So when you practice, you'll also starting to add this into your teaching skill. Right now, you might know Hatha yoga classes, right? You might know Vinyasa yoga classes, but you might not know classes based on yin yoga, classes based on dynamic Vinyasa yoga. So all that can create a great profile for you. And see what in the Western world also looking at the same time. Of course, the physical part is important, mental part is important, but the philosophical part is also very important that you should not forget. So you need to think of, we are one person as a yoga teacher, one individual, right? That has to take care of multiple things, right? You have to take care of physical part of someone. You have to take care of also the mental part. You have to take care of someone emotional part, and also helping someone to become more spiritual. So yoga should not be limited to only physical level. So start working on your philosophy. That can be very, very powerful tool for everyone to have a very good name and teaching skill in the abroad world at the same time. Now, if anyone have a question, please, I'll be happy to answer. I'll wait for 30 seconds and I continue talking. You can write me here. Sure, Shiva, I'll be more than happy to coming again. Namaste and pranam to everyone. So I have a question from Parashar. Kindly tell in sequence for getting successful future in yoga in one word, okay? I'll say practice, self-practice, because self-practice give you lots of learning, huh? How to learn proper English pronunciations. Kirti, I will tell you a small story. I was just like you guys when I moved to Dubai. I was totally in a study in Hindi background in all the schools in India. But then when I reached Dubai and I interacted with all the international crowd, I knew my English was not good. So I spent almost 6 months to 1 year just focusing on learning the language. So when your focus is there, and we as a yoga teacher, we all have this skill and these methods and this technique, how to build up a focus. You focus for 6 months. It's not impossible to learn English. It's not a big task then, right? But work on your English. This is really, really important for all the yoga teachers when you teach in India or you teach abroad, right? Without this, you're going to have a challenge. So focus for 6 months, start studying, start taking online classes, watch news, read newspaper, read English, open up the dictionary, understand the words meaning. There are many methods that you can go through. So how can we improve teaching skill? Case of Tripathi is yes. When it comes to the teaching skill, think of a subject, right? If the subject is not clear in your head, you cannot pass the knowledge, right? So let's say you want to run a Hatha Yoga class for a age group of 25 to the 40. So we're segregating here, right? 25 से 40 साल का एज ग्रुप है, उसको आपको हठ योगा सिखाना है. Now, Hatha Yoga is a vast word, right? So first question, when I comes on the floor and teaching, is how to create a good energy and connection with the student, right? So the communication, you talk to them, understand what they're looking for, a good warm-up, good pranayam in the beginning, following up with the sun salutation practice, following up with the nice flow of 30 to 40 minutes, and flow has to be good. If your flow is broken, people will not like it. Ending up with a nice savasana or a meditation practice or pranayam practice, and you're done. You will have a great session, right? So you need to have you want to provide 60 minutes you have, and what best you can deliver in 60 minutes. So you need to, most of the teachers do not plan. And when I do teachers training, I suggest all my students to write a note that what you're going to teach today. First 2 years, 3 years, I have written notes every single class I taught. And when you do for 2 years something regular, then you have everything in the heart that's coming from the heart, that you don't need to write a note anymore. But you will have so much knowledge, because writing means you will remember more versus not writing, right? So that will help. Swati sir, how we can approach to other countries for job if we don't have any connection? Yes, Swati, it's a bit challenging. Or why challenging? Because every country today producing enough yoga teachers. If you look at the example of UK, every year there must be 10,000 new teachers are coming up in UK. So why would they hire teacher from India is a question, right? Either you're a very extraordinary teacher, you have some extraordinary skills that they will say, oh, this is very unique teacher, have lots of knowledge, knows all Bhagavad Gita, whole Patanjali Yoga Sutra, whole Mahabharata, everything. Let's call this teacher here, right? Otherwise, it's a difficult part. Why would they call? Because they have teachers every year, 10,000 teachers they're producing. So it's challenging. But if you have a business mindset, business approach, then you can think of a business plan and approach in a totally different way. I will not say or promise that any European country will hire Indian teacher today, for simple reason, because they have a teacher enough in the country, and bringing teacher from India to the Europe is a very high end cost. Okay. And trust me, India itself is a very big market, right? You can create a very good name in India. Just following what I'm saying do it. What is the education criteria for what you're asking, SD? Is there any good chance for yoga therapy in abroad? Visakha ji, yes, we've been doing yoga therapy in Dubai, in abroad, and there's a very high demand. There is no doubt everyone today want to get cured naturally. People are aware of the modern medications and no one want to take the pills, right? So yoga therapy is a wonderful, if you can really work thoroughly on yoga therapy on one subject, take care of 10 to 15 diseases and know in and out of that subject, then you can really do well in the abroad, right? So your speaking style is very simple, but has a deep attraction. Just want to become an attractive speaker, kindly guide. To become an attractive speaker, you just need to speak from your heart and speak oftenly English. Simple, right? Knowledge is something that comes constantly, you preparing yourself, learning and doing swadhyaya. That knowledge then can taken out in any time and with anyone, right? Okay. So 30 minutes, 35 plus minute asana improve ho sakte hai. Sorry, I didn't understand, Pundirji, this question. Education criteria, SD, I don't understand for what you're asking this. Okay, Samli Bharti, which of the important points we can include in our daily lesson planning for effective class? Explain with proper sequence. As I said, it depends on the form of yoga that you're teaching, right? The age group that you're teaching, or it's a yoga therapy class. So I'll give another example. Let's say I'm teaching a very young group who are from 20 to 35 age group. That means their energy level is very good. They are fit, and you can do a very aggressive, powerful, dynamic class for them. Starting a class with 5-minute nice Vastrika or Kapalbhati Pranayama, following up with a nice good warm-up for 10 minutes, making him do 20, 30 sun salutation or Chandra salutation, following up with the flow. That doesn't matter, you're doing Hatha flow, with Nyasa flow, Power Yoga flow, strength flow, flexibility flow. There are hundreds of flows you can create it, right? And then slowing down slowly towards sending the class with Savasana or a short chakra meditation or any kind of meditation that you can teach. So this is perfect flow you can create. Where can we learn this all type of yoga? To learn all type of yoga, you need to come to me. I teach 30 plus different formats of yoga. Okay, hi sir, how to improve teaching skill? Yes, I mentioned that. How to learn proper English, done. My voice is not clear, somebody is saying. Government is paying very less amount to yoga teacher in India. What should the person do, sir? Don't depend on the government. Don't look for the government. As I said, India is a messy market. When you pass out from the school, from the yoga institute, don't start to teach immediately. I'll say, take 3-4 months to really work or creating a plan for you, that what you want to do. Okay, you are in hurry, you pass out immediately, starting to teach, and you have no time to create that nice fine line or a working on your personality, on your goal, right? You straight away start teaching and you have no reach because you did not polish yourself, right? So take time, slow down, think what you want to do. The global platform is there today through the social media. You can reach the world. If you can speak good English, start. The best way I will suggest you, and this is the example I'll give you, right? When Corona started, I was in UK, our center was in Dubai, UK. We were shut down, right? We started one simple thing. Every day we were teaching yoga for 1 hour on the Facebook live every day. And within 2 months, in every country, people knew me in 2 months' time. Every country knew me, my skill, my teaching skill, and our brand. Every country, because the reach was crazy. Everyone was sitting at home and practicing. So social media, you guys should use it. And the best way today is short video you create for yourself. Take a video, create for 5-minute video for the shoulder pain, 5 for the back pain, 5 for the headache, 5 for diabetes. Multiple topic and video you can create. Keep posting them on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. This is the way to go forward. And this will be the future, right? You don't have to depend on just teaching 10 or 20 students in your yoga class or online. You have a very broad market. And when you start promoting these, posting this every single day, your reach can be very high. You don't know from which country people can ask you, oh, I want to join your classes. I really liked it. That's it. You got a new student from Australia, maybe from USA, right? So this is an important part to know. You have to be thrown into the social media and keep working on your contents. Okay, let's go to the next question. What is the future of India and in yoga? I think yoga future will never end, because as long as yoga is providing health, happiness, and mindfulness, yoga will last forever, right? Okay, everyone have a very sedentary lifestyle today. And if you have a very sedentary lifestyle, you have a chances of getting much more disease and disorder, where the yoga can really help you take care of those challenges. So future of yoga anywhere in the world is great. There is no doubt in that. How to become more flexible. So Mahesh Lahiraji, how to become more flexible? I'll give you 3 tips to become flexible. The fastest way. The flexibility you need to understand comes from where? Most of us think flexibility comes from the muscle. No, flexibility actually comes from your ligaments, from your tendons, from your fascia, from your nervous system and your muscles, right? So if you think any part of the body that's not flexible, you need to apply the yin rule. You need to spend time in the posture for 2 to 3 minutes and take a breath in for 4 seconds and breathe out for 8 seconds. When your nervous system is calm and relaxed, your body performance will be better. best tips I can give you for that, right? Pranam sir, what is the future of yoga? Okay. Future of yoga is always great. It will never be going down. How can I learn from you? As you said, you teach 35. Good question. You need to come to Dubai for that, sir. Any guide how to practice headstand or inversion? I think our topic is changing from business. We're coming to the yoga practice, but quick guide is that your first thing is the fear. Most of the students I see and observe have a fear of falling in the headstand, right? If you have a fear of falling, that you cannot do it. First, take out the fear. Find a teacher who can really give you a simple technique. Simple technique is you make a triangle, you hold your upper arm, open the finger, that's the triangle, take the palm behind your head, bring the center line of the head on the floor, keep your bicep, shoulders, and your tricep is strong, come into the mountain, raise the legs, and you're there. Or do it against the wall. Simple and easy. How can you start best yoga business in India, sir? As I say, Abhishek, is very important first. It's not about starting the business. It's about creating the value, creating the name in the market, right? Business comes later. As I say, social media is a super platform. Start teaching online, create content, start getting in the people's head. Oh, this teacher looks great. Once people knows you, set up a studio. In India, it's so easy to open up a business versus anywhere in the world, right? There's not much criteria required. Find a place, rent a place, 1,000 square feet area, interior it out, put a nice board, create a nice website, Facebook page, Instagram page, start promoting, and rock on from there. All right. So I think I covered up most of the question. Anything else, guys? I'll wait for 30 seconds. If you have anything else in mind, please do write me. And if anyone here who's watching and think have a good skill of teaching yoga, can speak in English very well, please approach me, send me a CV. I may get you into Dubai, okay, for a teaching. Not to UK, I will not promise. It's not possible. Allowed to join your class online if I can learn different types of. Yes, that's good. We do online classes every day, 2 classes, one in morning, one evening from Dubai. Our teacher runs. Sometime I runs from UK, and you can sure join it. Okay. I can just write a website here. You can go on that. Lifestyle Yoga World. .com. Hello, sir. Thank you, sir, for the valuable time. My question is, I did BSc in chemistry honors, but when I did diploma in yoga, so my interest is changed and I want to grow in yoga field. What should I do? Ashish Jhaji. Yes, very good question. So good, your interest changed. There's nothing wrong. We as a human have tendency of changing our interest. That's fine. There is so much can be done in yoga field. There's no doubt. Starting from running online classes, personal yoga classes, group classes, corporate training, training for mothers, training for elderly people. There's much ideas and programs and courses that you can really do it. Field is vast. Only try to sit down with pen and paper, write down what you really want to do with your skill is the question, right? Most of the time I see teachers don't know what they want to do. So whatever comes in the bucket, they start doing it, right? Somebody say, okay, take class for 10 people, you take class. But you don't know that how we can reach from 10 people to 100 people. So work on your goal, please. So different between yoga and yoga. Yes, yoga is coming from the Western world. Yoga is coming from the ancient Indian philosophies. It's the only difference. Yoga means union. Yoga means also union. Yoga comes from USA. Yoga comes from India. No much difference. Can I get your contact number? Yes, you can reach me on, I'll write my email. You can write me email or you can reach on Instagram, Manav Yoga. Okay. I'm pursuing Masters Yoga and I have done my TTC, and for future, I was planning for foreign country. What I do for that? So Priya ji, yes, That's very good. If you're continuing your master, that's a very good course. I will suggest you while you continue your master, I don't know if it's in English or is in Hindi. If it's in Hindi, I will suggest side by side, you keep working on your English communication. Okay, keep taking classes online or go to the English Institute. Keep working on that. Okay, build nice profile. Keep your practice constantly on and absorb as much knowledge as you can while you're doing the course, right? Make a nice notes that can be useful in the future. And then the easiest country for the Indians to work is most of the Middle Eastern country. Today's Eastern country also like Vietnam, China, Macau, Bahrain, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Kuwait, Oman, all this country, you can really do well. And there's a good opportunity to work over there. Yes, Gayatri, we teach all different types of yoga every day, different how to improve my skill as a trainer. We just keep working, keep teaching, keep practicing, keep making notes, keep learning from different senior teachers constantly. Can I get your website? Yes, I wrote the website is lifestyleyogaworld.com. So you can see that. Any more question, guys? Yes, Shivamji, are you there? You can send CV to my email. I thought Shivam went to do some meditation.
No. I'm there. Just listening, everyone.
Yes.
देख रहा हूँ इन लोगों को सभी को
All
प्रश्न
right.
भी मिला। इन सभी लोगों से बताया था कि जिस विषय पे बात करनी है उस विषय के इतर
कोई बात नहीं, I know people can have a different question when we're talking on one subject, right? Well, that's fine.
मैं भेज दूंगा आप लोग को ये जो प्रश्न भेज रहे ना ईमेल सब की, मैं आपको ईमेल भेज दूंगा, वेबसाइट भी भेज दूंगा। लाइफ स्टाइल योगा काफी फेमस है, आप दुबई में सर्च करेंगे, कैन इजीली गेट। बहरहाल
या
प्रश्न देखिए, हाउ टू इम्प्रूव माय योगा स्किल्स। सीधी सी बात है, पढ़ाई शिक्षा जारी रखिए, स्किल्स आगे बढ़।
पढ़ाई शिक्षा जारी रखिए, सही बात है। So thank you everyone. I wish you all the best for all of you. Thank you Shivam for organizing this, and sorry I could not speak much in Hindi. I was struggling to think of the words. But I hope everyone understands. I spoke simple English, so I hope everyone understood. So thank you and all the best to all of you.
थैंक यू सो मच भैया, आपकी उपस्थिति में अपने टीम की तरफ से और जितने सारे छात्र हैं ये पूरे देश से जुड़े हुए हैं, खासकर महाराष्ट्र, कर्नाटक, इधर-उधर।
I'm so happy that everyone came together for this lecture. And in future, maybe Shivam, we can do another lecture based on different types of yoga and impact of that. You know,
definitely. मैं
to learn that thing.
मैं एक बार इन सभी लोगों से बात करता हूँ, बात करके फिर मैं फर्दर जरूर आपको बताऊँ। बहुत आभार, धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
Thank you.